Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. Today we have Suchada and Navasit with us. And I had received a question from some of the people who watch my videos. And I would like very first quickly to read that question. And or more or less it's a statement. And we go into this topic because I have this similar questions from many people in the moment. So she writes to me, I have been feeling low this past couple weeks and having a lot of pain, struggling to keep myself in a higher vibration and feeling confused. Haven't felt like this in a long time. I'm getting out in nature and still meditating. Is there any advice you could give for me to shift out of this lower vibration? Now, you know, what I also mentioned in my readings with astrology, we are faced now with everything what has ever been in our past. What I can see is also when you go in certain channels, what's coming up is that we have been lied to like absolutely crazy. It's just like insane. Everything what we believe is not true. I mean, if you look into the past, you know, already when you see some beautiful buildings, it's kind of a question, how can they build if they have no electricity and nothing? But they did. And, you know, you can just bury history in maybe 50 whatever years, in a couple generations, people won't remember anymore. If you give them the brainwash what education is about, to make believe. And today when we look back, when they tell us like in 1700 something, 1500 something, they give us images, they give us pictures. How can we prove it? One way to prove it, and what I was very puzzled, I did regression therapy for many years when I still was in Europe, and people were telling me stories, and I experienced myself that I doubted because of the brainwash of history. Now a lot of things are coming up and we feel that our whole belief system is crumbling. It's like they pull the rug under our feet and we don't know anymore what to believe. So this gives a terrible unease. We can say dis-ease, unease. And of course, we react with our physical body. The more all our belief systems are taken away, all our programming is crumbling, we fall into a void. And we don't know anymore where to go and what to do with it. So the only point in the moment is kind of to just let go and surrender. So when you feel very low and you have all kind of pains and struggling, they are connected. On one hand, with your physical body, you know, you have symptoms that are connected to your lineage, to your ancestors. Some people have a history of this or that disease. And very often these weak points are then coming up for us to heal, actually to heal. And to heal is just to let go of all that what we have believed, and to come into the here and now. You know, we have functioned in the past of knowledge. We have all the training and the knowledge that was given to us made us act and react in a certain way. Now, when this is all falling away, we don't know anymore how to act, and there is nothing to react to anymore. And what I understand from all this is that our whole being is moving into a consciousness of knowing. And this knowing is not coming from a program, but from inner knowing. So when you are in a situation, then the inspiration, intuition kicks in the moment and give you the idea what you can do in the moment. not the program that I have done this yesterday and then the day before and have done it every day and always again. That's the right way to act or react.
And when you mention like kind of shifting our consciousness, is it the same as moving into the higher frequency? Is it the same topic, or how is this relating?
This is the same topic, because when we have the last centuries, we have been in this 3D reality, that we were made to believe that this is our ultimate reality, that we are the body, we are the persona. And I mentioned before, the Latin word persona is the mask. So it's the spirit is within this avatar, within this mask, but that's not who we are. But everything has taken away the knowledge of what we truly are, and especially also religion, that made us feel guilty. You are not good enough, you will never be good enough. And this is all coming out in the moment. We need to heal that. There is, like when you take away something, there is a hole, there is something is missing. We have to fill something into that again. And we have nothing in the moment to fill in. Those who are awake and look around, and when you read and also get some insider information, all that is happening in the moment is that the old is taken away from us. The old beliefs, the old realities, everything is being taken away from us, but we don't know where we are going, because that what is coming towards us, we have never experienced yet. So yes, it is about to go in a higher frequency or consciousness level, or whatever you want to call it, into another dimension, timeline. There are many words, and there is a lot of confusion because people use the same word but for something different, because they are not properly defined. So it is very difficult also to understand that. But this is what we have, physical symptoms now, is when we lose control of what is happening. And at the moment when fear is kind of wiggling its way into our being again and again, this is when we feel weak. But we also have to see that we have to heal our bodies, because our bodies are very much poisoned. They have, like, even I just had got the message about how poisonous the vitamins are that they give to the children. I haven't watched it yet, just a glimpse, and I kind of, yeah, of course. I have already started to test out vitamins, and most of them, forget about it. You know, they are just worse. They are not for your benefit. They are for the benefit of those who make the money out of it.
When you say, I'm sorry, when you say we have a hole in these circumstances, yeah. I understand that when you say we, it means our consciousness. Before, like, our consciousness was filled in with beliefs from what we hear, what we've been taught, which is like kind of wicked.
Yes.
Not truth, not the true wisdom. And now it's like our consciousness kind of waking up.
Yes, yes.
So when it's waking up, I think it feels like it's shaking.
Yes.
And
very much so.
When we are not connected to the real truth, the whole truth, and it's kind of, we don't know what to hold on.
Yes.
If the old belief or what we've been taught is fake, we don't know what to hold on.
Yeah, you have nothing to hold on anymore in the moment.
And this is why you're trying to tell, is this would that some kind of indicator or symptoms or whatever that, you know, telling us that, okay, we are shaking and moving into the new consciousness, and what do we have to looking for in this process?
You know, this is when you just talk about the consciousness, it means the whole me. The whole me has a certain consciousness for every person. But again, you know, the higher you rise up in the consciousness level, the lower consciousness like anger, fear, guilt, all that stuff is still there. We are just moving up higher. But like, even if you are in a consciousness level of willingness and you really want to accept what's happened, but there, the underlying fear somewhere deep down there is still here. So we have to overcome it all the time. The lower consciousness levels that we have, it's like you are never just on one consciousness level like this, but there is always like a bandwidth of consciousness. So just when you move out, like down here is the fear-based consciousness, and you move out of the fear-based consciousness, but it does not mean it's completely gone. Because these fears are, like we can say, memory imprints within us that we have experienced fear, we have experienced loss, sadness. And when the trigger is outside in the world, like we are losing our ground under the feet, then such events, maybe when we have been losing, are triggered, memory is triggered, and we need to heal it. So all the lower consciousness levels based on fear is not just completely gone. It's not yet healed because we have not taken it completely out and filled in something new. But this was not possible because it has also something to do with the consciousness level of the whole world. This is why some kind of an event or something has to happen that shift, that those with that really low consciousness level are not in the same, can I say that, realm or timeline with us anymore. So this can be healed and it can be gone. Then you can start to trust again. Now, what we need to do is to trust the process, to trust our divine self and reconnect every day, every morning. Go ahead and say, I surrender to the divine within, to the God, the goddess to inspire me, the God to protect me. We have both male and female within us. And that will help us on all levels also to heal the body, to heal the surrounding, to heal the earth. But we cannot deny that the negative is still here. And there is no way we can flee and get away somehow. It needs to be processed. It needs to be transformed. It's just like the chicken shit I put on my garden to grow vegetable. I need the negative, that shit, to be the fertilizer for the plants. So all this negativity is like that what we have experienced before, that what is bringing us now to a higher consciousness, because we learn to move out of it. Not learning, remember. We start to remember who we really are. Like as the norm, not natural, normal human being, normed, programmed human being from the last centuries, we've forgotten who we are. We started to believe we are the mask, the persona. And we always thought that we need to give our power away, or that we need to bring something in, that the divine, that we have to beg and to pray to a God or to some entity outside of us to receive. We did not know anymore that this is all within us.
So sometimes when we have kind of a sudden depression, or in a sudden, today I feel so bored and I'm so tired.
Yes.
Is it some kind of, the trigger from our divine within that urge us to, okay, wake up, wake up? Is it the message?
I would say that the physical symptoms are forcing us. When we talked about illness, a symptom always tells you what you need to do. So when you are so tired, for example, that's what I said, I'm gonna have a nap now at noon. I never had one before, but now I really need to go and lay down for a while. So I give in to the symptoms. So I think it is very important that when a symptom's coming up, that you give in to it. For example, when you have a pain, say in the kidney, for example, and you know kidney has something to do with liquid, with water, they are a pair of kidneys. It has in the outside world a symbolic about partnership. So liquid is emotion, partnership. So first of all, on the physical level, start to drink more water or tea or whatever to support your liver. And there is something stuck. And then think about it, what partnership problems you have not solved yet. So every organ has a specific message to you. Like, for example, the lung, which is connected with contact. You know, the lung, the air that we share with everybody. So if there are some problems with the lung, then we have to think about it, maybe to go out and do some breathing exercise or something to feel better. So find your own way. But the good key is always, like, you know, teas are fantastic. Go and have a look that you have relaxing teas or teas that are activating. I'm growing some marijuana now since it's legal. And I have also given the leaves. I just make some tea. I don't have yet the full plant, but this is really helping to relax, helping to even my animals. And we give it also, we prepare for the chickens and for the ducks, because they have shown me some very powerful videos with like another farm. They had a lot of problem with their chickens, and they started to give them marijuana leaves in the feed, and that problems were all gone. So that's what we are trying. So find in nature, I really mean nature, natural teas. You have Chinese medicine, we have here Thai herbal medicine, we have here get herbal concoctions. If you know how to find herbs, or if you know how to plant them, then plant them, get them, make those teas and drink them, because they are very, very beneficial. What I know from experience, and I had also just had that experience with my little cat, allopathic medicine cannot help. We have to find other ways. It's not working.
I have a scenario. There were some times that when I went to a mall, a department store,
Yeah.
with lots and crowded people. I don't feel anything when I was there, but when I left that mall, I just feel tired.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
exhausted and want to sleep. So this is also some kind of the message, I know, but how can, in our daily life, how can we identify if which one is the message from our divine, or which one is the message from like the energy from outside that affects us?
If you go into a mall, a shopping mall, wherever you go, into a concert, into whatever, when you are sensitive, you're an empath, and you're not protecting yourself, you're leaking energy. Like others are like vampires, they lock on you and they suck off your energy. And this is happening everywhere you go when you're sensitive, if you do not protect yourself. So first thing, when you go out, protect yourself, make a protecting bubble around you. One very, very easy protection. I think I taught it already for you too at one point. Imagine above you a brilliant sun, and then you hold your hands up like this. You hold your hand at the sun, and then you bring down the light and you pull it around you, around your whole body. And imagine that you seal afterwards around your body, that you have your body in a bubble of light. And then outside, seal it with silver. Imagine that outside there is like a mirror, a silver seal outside. And then say, I'm completely protected. All the energies, negative energies, what is around me is reflecting by the mirror. Only positive energy can reach me. And you have maybe to do that a couple times a day, but especially if you go to a place like a shopping mall, you know what, there's a lot of greed, a lot of anger in these places. So protection, protection, protection. And you can do that. You know, the way out of all of it is the intention. If you set an intention, what you want to do, the thought is always the first thing, and then you start to manifest.
I have one question just pop up. Okay, when we go into nature, like, you know, to absorb energy from like the real nature, the trees, the wind, the sun.
Yes.
There be a negative nature energy, or it's all positive?
No, this is really a problem today too, I know. Because, you know, when they spray stuff from the airplanes and whatever, the air and the water, whatever, is not that clean anymore as it was. Even if you go into a forest, or if you go, you walk through the fields when they have put on the glyphosate and all that stuff, it's not the clean air. So again, have the intention. You go out in nature, then it is my intention to go out in nature, dissolve all the poisons and everything around me, and there is pure love, pure nature, pure bliss. You have to set the intention. We cannot go half like sleepwalkers around anymore. This is about awakening, about being awake. When you go in a mall, again, as you said before, when you are inside, you don't feel it so much because there is so much impressions and stuff. But the moment you're out, you're collapsing. And this is also like, it has to do with everything. So we need the protection. So we can also, when you go in nature, when you go hug a tree, for example, you can ask the tree to bring you from deep down the earth, where the earth is clean, where the water is clean, pull up the energies and pull it into your body. But always have the intention that all the human-made pollution, or the human made negative energy that is here, is being dissolved by divine spirit. And that works. This does work. So of course our whole body is in a process of shifting into a different blueprint also, because in the new earth our body is, they say, based on a crystalline base and not anymore carbon based. So I have no idea how that is going to happen, but it doesn't matter if we know. Again, we cannot know what we don't know, because it has never happened in the past. So we don't know, we don't have an experience. So we need to go step by step within the trust, always have the intention that only the pure divine can reach us, that we make bubbles around us with, say, golden light, or you can use different lights to also healing green light or violet light to dissolve negative energies. We can work with colors, we can work with many different things, but we have to work on it. You cannot just go walk around, do nothing.
So when you say we in shifting and moving up consciousness and frequency, could there be the side effects of physical symptom like vomiting, feeling nausea, or, you know, like diarrhea or something at some moment of time?
The moment you take something which is not good for your body, you're going to react. So you have all this reaction, like you vomit or you have diarrhea, because the body wants to get rid of it, because it does not fit you anymore. So it is very difficult sometimes to find your proper diet, and simplify, make it as simple and natural as possible. What I do with the fruit and whatever I buy outside, I use them, I ozonize them, you know, with that little ozone thing that I have, and that I recommend it many times, and that helps. Also the water, I make my own drinking water and I ozonize it, and I've never had any problem. And even I was very stunned that even some of my staff bring their own water because they don't want to drink mine, and they drink the poison water. It's really weird, but I give up. I don't do anything about it. It's their free choice, you know. So everything what is happened now in the moment, whatever symptoms, whatever is triggered, have the intention to heal it. Ask spirit, ask in the morning when you surrender to spirit, to do your higher self. Don't surrender to any God outside. Any God, don't pray, don't beg anything. Just connect, like by virtue of my divine origin. You know, this is one of the best invocation you can do. Then you come from your divine origin and not from any God or whatever outside of you. So by virtue of my divine origin, I decree or I claim or whatever, that everything around me is now being purified. That my water is being purified. Hold it in your hand. That your food is purified, whatever it is. And always come from that divine within. And I trust what is happening in my life. And when I'm tired, that is a sign from my body needs rest. Then go and have a rest. Make sure you have enough rest. If you have a feeling that certain food you don't want to eat anymore, please don't force yourself to eat it because somebody wants you to eat it or whatever. Go your own way, simplify.
I'm hearing this. I think this body is like the intelligent device.
Yes, yes.
But we have to look very, very observe what is happening. I mean, it's like we have to continuously keep in mind that, okay, if there is something like we feel unease, we just have to observe what is happening outside. Maybe something's happening outside. The divine is trying to give us some message.
Yes.
Whether maybe if we're tired, it means that maybe we're moving too fast and you need to rest. Yes. Or if we feel kind of nausea, it might mean that you eat something not right for this shifting, for this consciousness. Because I think when we're shifting our consciousness, the body needs to be light. Yes. And at the moment, I try to eat less like processed food. And I think it's 1 month already that I've been avoiding the processed food, like the flour, the wheat, the sugar or something. So I feel lighter. Yes. My body feel lighter and I think it's good.
Exactly. And when you're not sure what to do, drink water, make tea. Whatever you feel like, get yourself an array of different teas. And then you just look at them, okay, today I feel like this, make some combination of beautiful teas outside and you can find them easily. And especially here also, they have so many different herbs. And I like, for example, especially the Japanese green tea. This is absolutely fantastic. I like it better than the oolong. It's milder in a way. Or I have mint, I have many different herbs also. And this is what is really helping us through now. And make sure you have enough liquid so that all the electromagnetic energy can move. Like in a battery, you know, you need water.
Okay. So I just found out that a couple of days ago, I had a problem with my lower back.
Yeah.
When I walk, I feel like not a backache, but something happened. So I realized that it's about the support.
Yes.
I thought that no one support me.
Yes. The lower back is generally about survival, about money, about support and all these things. When we have pain in the lower back, then it's really, we have to look into that and start to manifest situations that we can support ourselves again through that. by virtue of my divine origin, I claim now, or I decree that you bring the possibilities for me that I have a good way of survival. But on the other hand, also, like, you know, the old paradigm is also that we need so and so much money in the bank and this and that. I have had the experience. I had nothing left and I still survived. So they kind of forced me to that. So this is not an issue for me anymore, but this is a very, very important issue. And again, when the back egg come up like in the area of the kidney, you know, goes a little bit higher up there, then we have the whole kidney partnership topic. Further up, we have the heart, the lung, the here, like how much weight you carry, you know, this is the pain up here and the shoulder, and we have to let go of responsibility for others. Again, you cannot respond for anybody else, only for yourself. You're not responsible for the others. You can offer them some things. I can offer them food, but if they want to eat it or not, it's up to them.
I want to share something. Last week, I felt one day, I suddenly feel like some energy is like bombarding me, and I kind of feel not myself, and it's weird. I don't know what to do with myself. And then I feel like have a heavy headache around here. I mean, it's ache around here. And then I realized that you has mentioned you use the pendulum last week, you know, when you discuss tell us about your cat. So I tried, okay, let's try with the pendulum. So I use my pendulum, and then I imagine, okay, please balance me, balance my energy. And when it's turn like rotate left is negative, and rotate like right is positive. It's rotate left like crazy, and then I relieve. I mean, it's
because the left movement taking out, the positive, the giving in. So when you need to release something, when you use the pendulum, when it goes negative left, then it takes out something. And then you have to refill it afterwards when it stands still or slow down. Then you fill in good energy. It really works.
I just tell my divine intelligence, okay, balance for me. So it turns crazy left for 10 minutes or something. And then it stands still, and then it's rotate right.
Okay.
To fill in the positive energy. And that day I have to do this like 3 times.
Yeah. And then it went
like I'm balanced.
Yeah. Okay. So you can balance everything in your body like that, because everything is energy. If you want to heal or if you want to do anything, you have to understand that everything is energy. And that's where we work. We work with the energy.
Yeah.
That's the best way out. Good. Very good. Congratulations. Happy to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that was a good session. We have a lot of answers now, and please, everybody also who listen, if you have questions to that, we're working with your question and we try to answer them. So please, if you like it, give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. And we're gonna talk again next week. Thank you, Suchada. Thank you, Navasit. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
See you again.
Bye.